Welcome back to my page. I am back with another video, and in today's video I will be showing you the finishing touches on a knotless bob. Before we get into this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel just so that you can get more videos like this. Also, be sure to like and comment on my video if you have any questions or if you love what I'm doing in this video. So let's get into it. I am cutting the knotless bob, just playing around with it, getting the excess pieces off of the ends. I do cut in an angle so that way when I push the hair to the forward, it'll be nice and full. So you do want to make sure that middle piece in the back is a little longer than the rest of the hair. Once it gets to the shoulder, it's going to be shorter. After I'm done cutting, I do go ahead and with my mousse and make sure I get all of the braids at the scalp. And I get in there really good. I don't like pouring the mousse directly on the top of the scalp for some reason. I just never could get with that for real. So I do go in with some holding spray. This is like a light holding spray. I like to spray that directly after putting the mousse on because I feel like it melts and goes together really well when the hair is drying. So I go in with that. Then I go directly in with some oil, and not too heavy-handed, but you do want to make sure that you are oiling your client's scalp because this does help tremendously with the outcome look and overall when they go home. So I then go in with oil sheen to make sure that the hair is nice and shiny, and then I go in with some water, and I believe it's leave-in conditioner as well in here, and this just helps the human hair come to its full potential and makes it nice and flowy and juicy, and it makes the hair not tangle as much when you brush it out. So this is a very important step. And also I do have to go back in a few times to trim and all of that just to make sure everything is nice and neat. So then we move on to the baby hairs. I do press out my baby hairs and I curl them just to make it easier for when I go back in and lay them down. This helps tremendously with saving time on doing baby hairs because sometimes it can be a long process, but you do want to make sure that you are taking your time. This step is very important if your client wants their baby hairs left out. You definitely want to make sure everything is nice and neat and sleek. So I do like to spray a little bit of holding spray on my brush or on my comb before I lay the baby hairs. You don't have to do that, it's optional, but it's just something I picked up that I really like to do, and I see a little difference in when I do that and when I don't do it. But I take a little bit of the edge control and I put it directly on the root before I lay it down. So that's a step that you can do. I believe it's very important because the root is literally the part that you want to look the most sleek, the whole thing really. But if you miss this step, you'll see it when it comes to pictures and everything, so don't skip that step. So right here, I did have a little issue with laying it down, but that's totally fine. Like I said, I just take my time and I go over as many times as needed to make sure that it comes out nice and neat. So that's all it is. You can let your client get under the dryer for about 5 minutes just so everything is set. But right here, I'm just playing with the hair and making sure everything is in place. Before I get my pictures, I like to play around with it, see what works, see what doesn't work. And I don't believe I got a middle part picture or video at all, but I did believe she wore it in the middle part. I believe she liked the middle part better. But overall, it came out very pretty. I really love this hairstyle. It's so nice and neat and classy and simple. It is a little bit of it's not really that long of a process. It took about 4 to 5 hours. But I just really love the outcome of this style. So drop in the comments if you have any questions for me at all. I am an open book. Let me know if you like this style or if you'll be trying this. This is the outcome, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.